How's it? It is Tuesday, March 10th, and today is episode 43 of Franco's World. You picked a good one to tune into. You picked a good one to pick out. The reason for that being, it is a unique episode. Most episodes I do have a lot of, riffing, off the cuff type of thing. But today's episode is entirely off the cuff. So it could go incredibly horrible. It could be the worst episode I've ever done, but it could also be one of the best. Before we get started, I'd like to take this time out of the episode to plug something very near and dear to my heart. It feels good to finally put this on, public access. Follow me on social media. Twitter and Instagram, Franco's World _ Follow me on TikTok at Franco's World, no underscore. That's it. That's really it, honestly. Follow me on there, okay? If you follow me on TikTok, comment on one of my videos, send me a message or something like that. Say, hey, I listened to the show, and that's why I followed you. Actually, do this on any of them. You can do this on any of them. Follow me on there, say this is where you heard me. Boom. If you do that, I'll follow you back. I'm a nice guy. We'll get some stuff going. If you're a creative person and you have a podcast or you have something and you're looking for somebody new to bring on for one episode or a series, a couple of episodes, let me know. I don't care if you have one listener, viewer, or 100 listeners and viewers. I will do this show. And because it's all about the content. I sound like Gary Vee. But I'd like to be funny on some other people's things as opposed to my own thing. And I know some people probably get bored with the monotony of one voice on my show, but with what I got going on and with the fact that I don't know how to necessarily work all the technology, getting another person on and having to rely on another person, but getting another person on and getting all the equipment things correct would be difficult for me. Or if I had to Skype them in and take that and put it in, I'm sure it's easy, but I haven't looked it up yet because it's not the highest thing up on my totem pole right now. Getting on other people's podcasts is higher up on my totem pole than having people on my podcast. Does that make me a narcissist? Probably. I'll admit it. I do have a bit of a narcissism streak in me. I think we all do. I think social media has made us that way because now everything we're allowed to have an opinion on. 10 years ago. No, bad example, because 2010 we had Twitter. 15 years ago. Okay. We couldn't just say, like a news headline would come across, we couldn't just have instant feedback. Or a sports play happened, we couldn't have instant feedback for however many people that follow us. For me, a couple thousand people follow me on things. It wouldn't be, it's completely flipped. So yeah, we're all narcissists now because we think that our opinion is greater than anybody else's opinion. And I'm the first to tell you, mine isn't better than everybody's. Look at that. Who would have thought that? Humble me. Okay, I can see through the facade of social media. I can cut through it. I understand that not everyone's opinion was meant to be heard. Don't listen to me about proper news stories. I'm here to give you jokes. I'm not here to deliver the news. I'm not Lester Holt. I love him very much. I can't wait to watch him later. Every night, 6:30, I watch Lester Holt deliver the news. I am not that. I have no desire to be that. I'm a court jester. I am a literal clown. Whenever I made jokes on TikToks and the 12-year-old kids from England told me to kill myself, there's like, oh, wow, you think you're hard, huh? And I'm like, no, you moron. I am a clown. If this were the 1400s, I would wear the hat with the balls on the end and be a court jester. Ha ha ha. Let me please the king. And then go sleep in my quarters underneath the entire castle. Because that's what actors and comedians were, the lowest of the low. And now we've put them on this pedestal to where they are holier than thou, and their opinion shall be heard, and Joe Schmo shall be nothing. It doesn't matter. And another thing about opinions. Joe the plumber is allowed to tweet, well, this guy sucks. And then a football player is allowed to say, well, this guy doesn't suck. And everyone's like, shut up and play football. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Shut up and play football. You're not allowed to have an opinion on things, even though you're a person. You do the same things as me, and you also pay taxes in this country. You're not allowed to have an opinion. But I am, because I'm Joe the plumber, and I'm a regular man. Two sides to this. I see two sides. I like to see two sides to everything. I don't like having just singular vision. Tunnel vision, almost. Joe the plumber. On your side. Here's the deal, Joe. I see where you come from. He has more reach than you do, Joe. I understand that. Okay, I'm with you there. He has more reach, so his voice can be heard more, so his opinion maybe matters a little bit more in the sense that he can reach more people and maybe sway the way that certain people think. I understand that. But you also have to understand that he is a regular person at the end of the day. He puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like you. Except his pants don't connect into a shirt and have a zip up the middle and have a name tag over the left breast pocket. There's a difference between you and the football guy, Joe. But I understand where you're coming from. What am I even talking about? Let's talk about TikTok, shall we? I finally got my statistics, my analytics back, or whatever. 63% of the people that follow me on that app are females. That's what it says. It just says female. They could be lying. They could be young girls. They could be older women. It doesn't say particularly who these people are. The majority of my followers are from the States. The second amount of my followers are from the UK. The third amount are from Canada. It makes sense. My two most popular videos, one was about the United States. One was one was about Spain. So never mind. So my third most popular video was probably about England. Or maybe that was second. I don't know. It's not important. 30-some%, the following percent, the other, I don't know, measurement of the stick is gentlemen. Fellas, male. That makes total and complete sense to me that 60-some% of women like to listen to my stuff and only 30% of men do. Because I'm handsome and I'm charming and I'm kind of funny. And girls like that. And guys hate that because they're not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's like, it does not matter to me if I had 80-20 guys, girls, if I had 70-30 girls, guys. I just want to be respected by the people that I admire, and that's really what it's all about for me. So people, I've gotten, like, you put content out there for public access, you're obviously going to get hate and backlash for it. It doesn't matter. We live in the age where it's fun to hate things, and it's different to hate things that are popular. It's edgy. I have a streak in me of being, sort of contrarian, but I'm not like full contrarian. I do like to have an opposing take. I do like to see both sides of things, but hating something just for the sake of hating something because it's popular, I don't think that's me. I don't think that's ever been me. And you put content out there, people are obviously going to hate on you. But until it's people that I admire, I'm not really going to listen to it a ton. And honestly, people are saying, stop feeding the trolls. Why do you reply to people? Because it's fun. I had time on my hands to make a video. I obviously have enough time on my hands to reply to people immediately following that. It's fine. It's just a joke. And that's what I don't get, man. I'd like to think that the people that like my things are smart, and I think the people that listen to this are smart, and the people that genuinely find my content interesting are smart people and intelligent people. But maybe not even the general public, but like there is a portion, a decent sized portion of the greater population of the world that unless you put it in plain writing, say you make a video where you're making a joke, and unless you put in big bold letters across your face, or maybe because you could even put it in the caption, but unless you put it in big bold letters across your eyeballs that says this is a joke, this is not real, this is what actually happened, or no, the animal wasn't hurt, I had to do this in order to save it, but it looked like it got hurt, but it wasn't. Unless you say that in the video itself or on your eyeballs, people are instantly going to go to the comments. What are you doing? Why would you touch the cat like that? That's don't you know the cat's paws hurt? Why would you touch it whenever it was screaming? It's like, because its claws were inside of my pants. I don't know how to get the claws outside. Like, it was clawing my leg. Its claws were stuck in my jeans. Or I make a joke about this. Oh, you can't make a joke about that unless you've been through it. Dude, look at the comments. He's went through it. People are even putting things in the captions. And then the top comment on the video is, wow, this many people are really stupid that they won't go look at the caption. It's right in front of your eyeballs. You guys aren't stupid. The people that listen to this aren't stupid, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's crazy to me. And I understand a lot of people on that app are young. And you can't say in the video, this is a joke, because people will be like, yeah, we know it's a joke, stupid. You don't have to say this joke. Would you go watch a stand-up show where the guy, okay, here's a joke? Like, you obviously wouldn't go watch that. Why would you watch a video of that? And another thing, if you make videos on an app that's not real life and you call yourself a comedian without talking to people in real life ever, or being funny in any sort of public setting, you're not a comedian. You are an internet clown. If you're so funny, go do 5 minutes. And I'm not saying I'm great, but I have done 5 minutes a decent amount of times, and I have gotten a laugh before. I have been paid before to do jokes. That was the threshold for me. And and I have these rules and regulations that only I follow by, and it's stupid of me to get upset when other people don't follow these rules that I don't put publicly, and I keep them in my head, and that I would never put on my social media bios that I would say comedian. I would never say that until I got paid. And when I got paid for the first time ever, I put it in there because I crossed a threshold. Does that make sense to anybody? I like to have earned something. Oh gosh, my animals are freaking out. My dogs are freaking out. So earlier today, I know this is a complete change of pace, but I had to pause for a moment. But so earlier today, my controller that I've had for the better part of a decade, it had been giving me trouble. My Xbox controller, sorry, had been giving me trouble for the past like 2 weeks. It would just turn off randomly if if I applied too much pressure on like the sides, or if I moved around, moved my hands too much, it would just turn off completely, ruin the flow of anything I was doing. Obviously, playing a game, you're on a breakaway, playing soccer or something like that, and the controller just dies, and then you just like keeper just runs out and picks the ball up. It's frustrating, I know. But past couple days especially, it's been really bad. Like every 7 seconds, if I wasn't holding it just right, it would just turn off. Incredibly frustrating. And so today, I was watching a new episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is absolutely hilarious. This season is killer. I love it. This episode featured John Hamm, and he was getting ready to play a Larry David type character in a new movie, so he just followed Larry David around everywhere and completely adopted his mannerisms and his speech patterns and everything, and even the way he dressed, wore the same glasses. It was pretty funny. So check that out. But it just gave out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna give the controller a burial at concrete. Absolutely took it outside onto the driveway. Absolutely decimated the thing into hundreds of pieces. Bang, picked it up. I was like, one more time. Bang, threw it again. And when I picked it up, they don't tell you this whenever you buy the controller. It's like, hey, caution, inside of this controller is the circuit board that is pretty sharp. And so when I picked up the controller and slammed it, I didn't realize what could possibly happen to me, what the repercussion could possibly be, other than having to go and pick up a new controller, which It's not a big deal. After I sweep all the pieces up and throw them away properly, my hands feels all warm, and I'm like, am I like that pumped up? It's like, what's going on? And I look down at my hand, I just got blood dripping off of my fingertips, and I'm like, oh God, the circuit board got me. So the controller smited me one last time. It killed me. I thought I deserved it for smashing the controller. It wasn't in a fit of rage. It wasn't like I'm so mad at losing the game, I'm gonna smash the controller. It's never that. It's not that. Okay? I promise. I would let you know if it's that. Because I do have a temper sometimes when things don't go, not necessarily like when things don't go my way, but when just things start building up, when things start adding up, I will have a moment to myself where I snap. But it's never really in public. It's always like kind of by myself. I don't really like to act like a little kid in front of everybody. And so I threw the controller and it cut me and I deserved it. So RIP in peace, that controller. I'm probably going to go buy a fancy one, maybe some with some cool color or something like that instead of just the traditional black or white. What else? We could talk about how, did we talk about the coronavirus? I mean, I could go back and listen, but I'd rather not because I want to talk about how the CDC says we're totally not prepared for this and we're totally not ready and we're not equipped for some sort of mass outbreak. That's always good to hear from the CDC. And I don't know if I said this before or not. I really don't. I don't remember if I talked about the coronavirus or not. But for the hundreds of people that died like overnight in Italy, and we're in America talking about, well, only hundreds of Americans are dead, so I'm not really worried about it. How selfish are we? Do we not have a heart? Do we not have a conscience? People are dying. This is sad. Yes, it's semi-natural because it's a virus. It's a disease type. It's not a disease. It's a virus. The spread of disease. There, it's a virus, and it's kind of unnatural how it all started with the story with the bats and everything, but to die in a pandemic, pretty unfortunate way to go. So for us to sit on our moral high horse in the States and be, we're fine, we're Americans, we're tough, only 100 Americans have died. They're pre-existing conditions. They were all old people anyway. Bro, shut up. Shut up. Like, I'm going to feel sorry for their families, and I'm going to want to put a stop to this. We need to come together as a nation and defeat this thing once and for all. The coronavirus world tour was fun. Last week was fun. It was funny. We joked about it. We talked about how China is lying. This is their Chernobyl. Chernobyl depleted the Soviet Union economy, and it made them look terrible. PR. China already has bad PR. This made them look worse, and it semi-depleted the economy. Granted, the whole shutdown of the city things probably didn't help either. And so they're definitely lying. Whenever they say it's 700, it's 1,700. They're definitely lying about the amount of people that have been infected with this virus, the bat virus. They're lying about it. And the other day, I was doing something, and there was a bat involved. And I didn't kill it. The person I was working with killed it, and I gave it a proper burial. Okay, the bat was grounded. It was rabid. It was freaking out. It couldn't fly. It was rolling around on the ground, writhing in pain. Before we got to it, okay, found it in a corner, grounded. So I don't know what had happened to it. Had to take it out of its misery. I didn't kill the bat. It's illegal to kill bats. Okay, I didn't kill the bat. I gave it a funeral though. I picked it up with the shovel, put it in the thing, and off it went into the wild blue yonder. I did not kill the bat. It is illegal to kill bats. I didn't kill the bat, even though bats started this whole thing. Who knew the fall of mankind was from bat soup that we didn't get to eat? Who would have thunk it? Today is also Super Tuesday number 2. Okay. Bernie. I will publicly support Bernie. And I'm sure I will definitely be able to sway anyone who listens to the show. I will publicly support Bernie over Biden. Anyway, if you have a political argument with someone, don't go into it screaming at them, thinking you can just change their mind. Even if you give them hard data, people have their heart set on things because they do, for whatever reasons they may have. Maybe a particular candidate fits their needs better. Maybe a particular candidate kind of fills them up spiritually. It fills them up in a way where they feel like they're giving back to the world, leaving the world a little bit better place than they found it. Maybe it's that type of thing. Okay, people will support people for a bevy of reasons, and it does not matter if you scream, "Well, this person supported this and this person supported this." People will not care. People will not care. You could tell me a billion things Bernie has done, and unless they were incredibly bad, I'm probably not gonna change my mind. Because I think at the end of the day, he's a pretty nice dude. He's got some good ideas. It is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that we don't think that the medical care for profit industry is a little bit corrupt. That we don't think people should be wiping out their life savings over their kid's broken leg. It is crazy to me that we think that is okay. Well, I got good benefits and a good job, so I'm cool. Forget the rest. A lot of people don't have these things. A lot of young people don't have these things. So it's pretty selfish of you to think that and enjoy your. I don't know if you can see Texas up there on your high horse or whatever, but you look pretty stupid up there. There's a ton of people I know that are in way better positions than I am, and even they're like, you know what? If I really wanted to, I could support Biden, and it would probably be better for my back end, my bottom line, and my pocket. And I'm not going to because it's not morally right, and Bernie will help the greater good of the country in their opinion, and in my opinion. And for you to say, well, I'd rather just vote for the guy that's going to make me the most money, give me the best tax break. You're selfish, and I don't really want to have to do anything with you. We could talk about political issues night and day. Okay, I don't really like to talk about politics on here. I prefer not to alienate any sort of listener fan group I have, and absolutely be like, "Oh, you support Bernie, I'm out." It's not like that. It's not like I support Bernie and everyone else sucks. It's not like that at all. I like to take ideas from a bunch of different people and form my own opinions on things. Sure, stay behind party lines all you want. I don't care. I'm not a flip flopper in the sense that I'm Joe Manchin, but I do have ideas and opinions that are probably on both sides of things. And I think that's what normal people should do. I don't think we should just see one color and rush towards that color. I think that's crazy. And the fact that you put more faith in politicians than in your own self and in your own career and your own mind, your own goals and everything is crazy talk. I'm going to vote for this person. They're going to make my life so much better. You know who else can make your life better? You. Maybe some of us have been dealt unreasonable circumstances. Maybe we've been dealt a bad hand. Maybe we got ourselves into a shady deal. If you dance, you got to pay the fiddler type of thing. Well, it's up to us to bring ourselves out of that situation. Not to get too inspirational on you. I'm not going to break down some 13-step course to success or whatever that I'll sell in a masterclass on YouTube. And by the way, every 2 weeks, because YouTube tailors ads to people that like certain things, and I get that, that's how advertising works. Every 2 weeks, I'm getting an ad for a masterclass about comedy or jokes or this or that or podcasting or movie making or whatever have you. I'm not taking your class on how to be funny. Okay? I'm not gonna do it. If you have to take a class on how to be funny, then maybe jokes aren't for you. Ever think about that? I've never understood that. I understand that certain types of jokes are different than other types of jokes. So maybe you have to learn certain techniques to do certain types of jokes. But for traditional stand-up, to teach a traditional stand-up class, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And there's an old episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, a classic show, where Steve Harvey talks about the time that he was asked to speak at one of these classes, these stand-up classes. And the first thing he said to these people is, he said, the fact that you're here right now means you ain't got it. Fair enough, Steve. Fair enough. And I'm not going to act like I know everything because I don't. That's just an opinion I have on the matter. While you're here and while you're listening, go to baseballlegendapparel.com. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts right now. You can't see it because I'm not doing video today. But I'm wearing one of the shirts. It's like the Ken Griffey Jr. type swing shirt. It's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different colors on it. Purple, orange, yellow, red, black. It's really cool. Check that out. And when you do buy this shirt, that's off the charts, spectacular. Use the promo code FRANK, F-R-A-N-K, FRANK, at checkout for 10% off your final purchase. Tell them Uncle Frank sent you. Alright? So go check it out. Hoodies, sweatshirts, leggings, stickers, bracelets, necklaces, customized necklaces and bracelets. Okay, so check that out. T-shirts, hats, the whole 9 yards. So check that out. Tell them Uncle Frank sent you. That'd be a grand old time. What did I do last night, you ask? Last night, I watched Sling Blade. That's the noise he makes, Billy Bob Thornton. He wrote, directed, and starred in the film. What a total narcissist move. Wow, I made this movie. Who can direct this movie? Who can direct my vision? Nobody other than me. Well, it's my vision, so who could star in my vision? Me. I don't care, it's just a joke. I thought it was a great movie. I'm pretty sure he won an Academy Award for that. Pretty sure he won an Oscar for that role where he played a mentally handicapped man who murdered his mom and his mom's boyfriend, and then in the finale of the film murders a friend of his stepdad or something with a blade from a lawnmower, which I call the sling blade. That's what he says. Every 2 seconds. I can't even do it, bro. My dad can do it. My dad can do a really good job of it. I remember being younger and my dad walking through the house just being like, how do you call 911? That's just, and if you think that's the grossest noise you've ever heard in your life, you have to watch the movie because that's really what he talks like. And he has this stupid haircut like it was done with safety scissors and super glue. And he's, the little boy in the film is Lucas Black. And Lucas Black and Billy Bob Thornton, which, as many of you know, Mike Winchell and Coach Gary Gaines, Friday Night Lights, the movie, not the show. And that was pretty cool to see them together on-screen chemistry while they're younger. I'm sure Billy Bob Thornton's like, who can I get to play my quarterback? My quarterback in the Friday Night Lights. You talk about being perfect. Wow, now we've been talking about, I don't know, that's West Virginian, but it's also trying to sound Texan, and I can't do Texas very well. Can't do a Texas accent. For a while now, I've been talking about being perfect. And Mike Winchell, you're going to go. I can't do Texas very well. I'm sorry. But Mike Winchell is always talking about, y'all boys going to be perfect, going to win state. What's my good friend Chance, he's from Texas. We'd always, what's the play called at the end of Friday Night Lights? Oh, man. What is the play called at the end of Friday Night Lights where he's like, something, I love all y'all boys. I love all y'all. Man, what is that play? Oh, hold on. I'm pausing it, and I'm going to come back with the play. I'm going to say it like Mike Winchell. Mike. All right, boys. All right. I ride wiggle, 34 switchblade for the state championship. I love all y'all, baby. I love all y'all. That's what it is. I knew I remembered it. I ride wiggle, 34 switchblade for the state championship. I love all y'all, boys. And I love you for listening to today's episode. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Franco'sWorld _. Follow me on TikTok at Just Franco's World. In the meantime, keep all those questions coming when I ask them of you because I read them all. I never reveal anybody's name, in case you haven't noticed. It's all anonymous. I believe in anonymity. You were nice enough to help the show. I'm not going to out you. So, in the meantime, also keep taking care of yourself because I couldn't bear to lose you because I would have no audience and there would be no show. Well, I'd probably still do the show. All right, thank y'all very much. I will see you when I see you. I hope you have a great day.